garage is finally up. I have my man cave and I couldn't be happier. And some might say too happy. There were three major factors that motivated me. I'll get into two of them at the end of the video, but the main one was this little gremlin. I'll just say it to you straight, we didn't plan for it and she didn't have a room of her own because her house is quite small. So that was a major motivation to get this shed up as quick as possible. So let's go back to the beginning. This is a picture of how it looked like before I got to it. Nice and green, beautiful swimming pool. You're thinking, what the hell have you done, Solid? But I had a grand plan and damn it, I'm gonna execute it. And it started here with putting holes in the pool, angle grinding it out, as well as starting to deconstruct and dig everything out, ready for the shed and a retaining wall. You can see rubble and crap all over the place. It definitely looked like a major disaster. And as I said, it wasn't smooth sailing. And we've just found termites. So out came the pest inspector to get rid of those little buggers so I could continue with the destruction of my property. And then under 2 layers of concrete, I found an old bore water system that wasn't listed on the property schematics. So I had to pull that thing out as well, which was an absolute headache. But I kept at it, and as you can see, the property's slowly taking shape. I've gotten rid of most of the crap here and we're getting ready for the retaining wall to go in, which would be a major milestone in the process. Soon enough, the wall was going up and it looked fantastic. The boys really did a good job. And here we're starting to plan how to extend the retaining wall, where we're legally not allowed to do this first bit, but the rest we're able to do ourselves. We were plotting and scheming, and it started with 13 cubic meters of sand to get the pad ready and fill in behind the wall itself. That was an effort, but you can see here we've made a start on the rest of the retaining wall between myself and my dad, and we got a few extra hands in to start preparing the pad. Now here's a quick pro tip for you. I got quoted to use one of these machines between $600 and $1,200, but if you offer the concrete contractor a few beers, or in my case some vodka, they'll do it for free. And just like that, the pad was going in, and it was going in quick. And the pad going in, it suddenly felt very real for the first time. But I didn't really get time for that to sink in because the shed was already arriving. And I think all the problems I went through at the beginning, that is all the council negotiations, the engineering, I had to get second opinions on the engineering, drafting done, as well as surveying done on the property. I had to get some fencing changes, as well as that wall put in, and all the landscaping that I did myself. It really paid off in the end because the actual process of getting the shed up with the pad, the wall, and the building of the shed, as you can see here, it all went very smoothly. So that was an absolute relief that at least the main process was very, very simple. It was a bitch fight to get it to that point, but once the ball started rolling, it really got underway. And just like that, the shed was up and it was time to clean this filthy mess. One of the great things that I love about all this building process is all the spare stuff they leave over. I love hoarding all this stuff and using it on chicken coops and other little projects I've got going on around the place. So that's it for now. We moved into the shed temporarily. Really bare bones. I've just got my motorcycle gear in the corner and gym equipment in the other corner, and that's it because I don't have power yet. Still got to save up for that, and obviously I need to insulate and do the sound deadening, because if you're listening to this audio it's going to be complete garbage because all the noise is bouncing around because I'm in a tin can. So yeah, happy days though. I think I'm going to just sit down in the chair and soak up the ambience of my very first garage. I like it. It does still feel a little bit empty in here. I think I know what's missing, so let's fix it. That's much better. So the first major reason and the major motivation for putting this shed up and going through the headache that was getting this thing over the line was basically creating a YouTube studio for me, something that's custom made really to get the proper lighting, proper acoustics, and get great visuals to really try and improve on my videos. I do put a lot of time and effort into YouTube already, but I've always worked with just fitting into a corner of a bedroom or making do with whatever I've got. I've never really had a purpose-built space. And that was the major motivation behind this, as well as storing my lifetime habit of accumulating motorcycles. I wanted somewhere that I could set up just for the YouTube videos alone. And I really think that will help unlock some creativity, some new ideas, and some new ways of doing material for you guys as well. See, I'm already justifying the build itself. As an addict of motorcycles, having all that money sitting there, I was very tempted to just go and buy another motorcycle and say, you know what, it can be another year without a shed. So reason number 2 is a little hard to contextualize and put into words, but I'm gonna try and do it because I think maybe some of you guys can relate. I'm staring down the barrel of my 40s. I'm concentrating on renovating a house, running a business, wife and child. I turn around and suddenly realize that in my own damn life, I really hadn't made much space for myself where I could go to, work through my thoughts, maybe crack a beer, have a cup of tea, work on the bike, think about some creative ideas for YouTube. Being able to go somewhere that's away from computers, away from distractions, to focus in on what I need to get done throughout the week. So I'm really looking forward to what I can create out of this area. I'd love to have some suggestions for what I should do, studio-wise, garage-wise, some thoughts from you guys, as I'm sure there's 100 different things that I haven't thought of. Just try and keep it within the realms of achievability for someone that isn't filthy rich. Chuck your thoughts down below. I'd love to know your story. Do you not have a garage of your own yet and you're dreaming of it? Are you currently in the process and tearing your hair out? Luckily, I didn't have any left to tear out in the first place. Save myself that hassle at least. Or do you already have your dream man cave and you'd love to share your great ideas or your journey? Chuck it all down below. And until next time, guys, don't forget to stay shiny side up, and I'll see you in the next one.